Welcome to Believers Talk, and we're getting you ready for Week 8 in the National Football League as the Buffalo Bills play a Monday night football game this Monday against the New England Patriots in Buffalo. This will be the first time the Buffalo Bills host a playoff game in nearly a decade, but we'll get to that. Welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe, and if you have not already subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel for all Buffalo Bills content. We'll be giving you Buffalo Bills pregame every Thursday during Thursday Night Football halftime. We get on here, go live, and give you the pregame for the game coming up. This week it's the Patriots. First division game of the season for the Buffalo Bills. Then on Sunday, or in this case Monday, we go live for live play-by-play and reaction for the game. That's right, you heard me correctly. If you've seen my live streams before, you know that I was not considering going live for the Monday Night Football game. However, I was able to move things around. So this Monday, I will be live on this YouTube channel to give you live play-by-play and reaction for the Buffalo Bills New England Patriots game. So I look forward to that. Hope you can join me. So you want to hit that notification bell after you subscribe so that way you get notified every time we go live. And then the day after, normally this is Monday. Now this coming up week is going to be on a Tuesday. The day after, we do a post-game analysis. We give ourselves a day. We watch the game, let you know what I think, and then we come back on here to give real analysis, not get too caught up in emotions. We do that during the live stream. If you guys have ever watched me on these live streams, we definitely get caught up in our emotions during the game, but I want to give myself a little bit of time before I give you guys my full analysis of the game, so we do that the day after. This Tuesday is going to be very special even. Not only will I give you the post-game analysis, but the Buffalo Bulls will be playing their game on a Tuesday. It's a rare Tuesday appearance for college football, so we'll keep you updated on that as well. So if you do like Buffalo sports, hit that subscribe button as well. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. We keep you updated on the Sabres, the Bills, and Buffalo Bulls too. We'll keep you updated on the Bisons maybe a little bit as well as baseball season comes back in April. So that's very exciting. So again, subscribe to this channel, but let's get into it. Let's get into this game. The Buffalo Bills against the New England Patriots. Myth, welcome to Believers Talk. Good to have you here. No hat today. Just didn't have time to put it on before I got out here watching the Thursday night game. Hope you're enjoying the Thursday night game between the Texans and the Dolphins. Right now, the Texans are up 14-10. Seeing the Dolphins lose is always a good thing. They're at halftime, so I'll try to get you back for the second half of that game. Probably run a little bit long just because I'm very excited to see the Buffalo Bills on Monday night. Welcome, Corey Massey. Welcome to Believers Talk. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button, like this video. Ask me, when does Allen come back? He will not be back Monday. That's what we know. He will not be back Monday. When he was first diagnosed with the injury 2 weeks ago, it was listed as somewhere between 2 and 5 weeks. Luckily, he does not need to have surgery, so he will be back probably within 3 to 5 week range. It'll get interesting to see if he comes back the next week or not. But that's not the only injury news. We will get you updated on some injuries, both on the Bills side and on the Patriots side. A lot of injuries on both sides, big name injuries on both sides. We want to get you posted on those. Also, we want to get you posted on get you some statistics so far this season for both teams, and I'll give you 3 keys to victory. Again, this is a Buffalo channel, so we will give you 3 keys to what do the Bills need to do to win this game. I was thinking about it, and I was like, you feel like, and some of you might not get this reference, but I feel like Lloyd Christmas right now and Mary Swanson. I'm like, do the Bills? Well, can the Bills win this game? And Mary Swanson's like, give it to me straight, he says. Give it to me straight. You're talking about 1 in 1,000? She's a 1 in a million. So you're saying there's a chance. Guys, the Bills have a chance to win this game. Not a good chance. If you're watching, if you're a Bills fan, you saw last week. I know last week was a very depressing week. 2 weeks ago, we're back-to-back losses. No, it's been depressing if you're a Bills fan, but there's always a chance to win these games. Guys, we only had 2 home games so far. Fox87, welcome to Believers Talk. Always good to have you on here. Sabres win a big one, baby. Was keeping everyone updated on Twitter. So again, link is down below for our Twitter page. Hit that Twitter page. Follow us on Twitter. I'll keep you updated on those Sabres. Big win for them today against the Canadians. Didn't think they'd be able to do it. But welcome. Glad you can make it to this channel. Just before we went live here, the Sabres did finish a 4-3 victory, so that's exciting. But we're talking now, getting you ready for that Monday night game against the Patriots. Always fun to play the Patriots. It's going to be more fun on a Monday night. That atmosphere should be crazy. Bills win or lose, we always support them as best we can. So we want to hear Bills fans come Monday night. I mean, even if you just go for the halftime show, they're retiring Thurman Thomas's number. So you want to be there for that as well. That's going to be exciting to watch as well. You saw Steve. Yeah, he does exist, right? Yeah, again, he's just been busy. Hope to get him back on here soon, but we'll see what happens with that. But we are getting into this Week 8 game, the New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. If you don't know, this is the first time the Bills have hosted a Monday Night Football game since November 2008. So it's been almost 10 years since the Buffalo Bills hosted a Monday Night Football game, and that was against the Cleveland Browns. We lost that game 25-23. Thinking back a little bit, we've had a few Monday Night Football games between then and now. There's been a lot of heartbreakers in there. I think back to the one against Dallas, where Dan Bailey made a field goal as time expired to win that game by a point. Lost to New England in the 2009 opener by 2 points. These are just very tough games. And, if we're competitive in this game, that's going to be exciting. Vegas currently has us as a 13.5-point underdog at home. So, again, the Bills are getting insulted a little bit, but when you're 2-5, when your offense is only averaging as many points as our offense is averaging, which is less than 11, you kind of get disrespected sometimes. So not a huge surprise there as far as the respect or lack thereof that the Bills are getting. But you do also want to know we are at home, and we've only been at home twice this season. So we'll see what happens come this Monday against the Patriots. So let's get into some stats. Let's get into the injury report, and then let's get into those 3 keys to victory. Again, I want to try to get you back out for the Dolphins-Texans second half. Always good to see the Dolphins lose if you're a Bills fan. So hopefully those Texans can keep the victory going. And you know what? They're in the middle of a winning streak. We just saw them a couple weeks ago, played them tough, in the middle of a winning streak. So we'll see what happens in this game. Give me 1 second, guys. And so we go into this game, the Buffalo Bills, New England Patriots. Total offense, the Buffalo Bills are 31st in total offense. Still, I'm actually surprised we're 31st. We just keep staying barely ahead of the Arizona Cardinals, so that's good to see. At least we're ahead of one team there. But we are listed as 31st in total offense, and obviously we're listed as 32nd in passing offense, and we're listed at, I believe it's 18th in rushing offense. So that's where we get the 31st number. We're only averaging 234 yards per game. And when you think about it, that's really just not that good. That's never going to get the job done. You look back even to the early 90s, like when running was a big thing, they were still averaging about 350 yards a game. So we need to step it up. It doesn't matter who you want to blame at this point. Do you want to blame Derek Anderson, who's only been there for 3 weeks? Do you want to blame Brian Dable, who's had 3 different quarterbacks? 3 different quarterbacks already start this season, and it's only week 8. I mean, it's hard to blame. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to blame the offensive coordinator when that's what's going on. He just can't get consistency going with his quarterbacks, and so that's a shame. Talk about wide receiver issues. Obviously, we wish we had better wide receivers, but these are the wide receivers we got at this time. Kevin Benjamin, he played a little bit better last week. He actually did. He had a few catches, a big catch downfield. I know the game was kind of out of hand, so maybe there's a little prevent defense going on. But still, we're seeing some more catches. He had 4 catches last week. Let's see if we can get him more acclimated in this offense as Derek Anderson gets more acclimated in this offense. Again, having that connection with the Carolina ties there. So, just give me a second, guys, as I tweet out this video. Let people know we are here and we are live. Again, welcome to Believers Talk. If you're new, my name is Joe. I love your commentary. Thank you, Myth. Looking forward to doing the game this Monday. I keep trying to say Sunday, and then I remember, nope, we're still doing this Monday. So, again, very excited to bring this to you on Monday. I'm just happy that I can get this game. Total offense, again, Buffalo 31st, 234 yards per game. Last in passing offense, obviously. 11.6 points per game. That's the last in the league. We need to score points. Scoring points in this league is what wins, and we need to be able to do that if we want to beat, especially this Patriots team, whose offense is where, their offense is definitely where it's at. The defense is a little lacking according to the statistics here. You're talking about 7.7 penalties per game for the Buffalo Bills. It is getting better. We're not the Steelers. We're not down at the bottom of the league. Steelers already had their bye week, and they're still last in penalties, so that's kind of crazy. But we're averaging 7.5, a little over 7.5 penalties per game. That's the 29th worst in the league. We need to improve on that. We see some games here, like the game we won against the Colts, we only had 3 penalties. Or not against the Titans, I'm sorry. Game we won against the Titans, we only had 3 penalties. But then you look at a game like this past week against the Colts, I believe we had 8 or 9 penalties in this game. A couple that really angered me, if you saw my commentary for some of my play-by-play, did a couple rants about that. Even in as big of a loss as Sunday was, these are still stupid penalties, and there's no room for them in this game. You're a professional. It's now week 8. It was week 7. You should know these things by now. It's not something that should keep coming up. Talking a lot about the illegal formation penalties, talking a lot about some of these holding penalties on this offensive line. Again, we know this offensive line isn't the greatest, but they are getting better. They are getting more cohesive as a unit, and we'll see if they even improve this week as we go against a Patriots defense who really hasn't gotten to the quarterback all that much this season, with 9 sacks, just barely won a game. So hopefully we can do a little bit better this week. But we are talking about offense right now, and then New England's offense is currently ranked 7th in the league. You talk about 381.1 yards per game, and I talk about how bad our 234 is. You're talking about a 150-yard difference, guys. So they're gaining on average 150 yards more per game than we are. That's not going to get the job done. I can't say this enough. It doesn't matter who you want to blame. I know some people are calling for Brian Daboll to be fired. I don't agree with that necessarily. First of all, like I said, we're only 8 weeks in. Secondly, he's been through 3 quarterbacks in 7 weeks. With Nathan Peterman starting the season, Josh Allen, and now Derek Anderson. All 3 quarterbacks have different skill sets. Right? So it's hard to say, oh, this is my offense. Oh, now I have to change it for Josh Allen. Oh, now I have to change it for Derek Anderson. Well, it's going to be hard to be consistent. Speaking of consistency, our top offensive weapon, LaShawn McCoy, already been injured twice this year. You talk about the rib injury, all right, that he received week 2 or week 3. And then you talk about now, you're talking about with the concussion. So it's hard to manage when you have these things going on an offense. You can talk about wide receivers too and how poor their performance has been. So it's really tough to gauge how good our offense can be if there's inconsistency there. I mean, you do have to blame Brian Daboll for not running the ball more. Even with McCoy out last week, Ivory did a great job. He had 16 rushes for 86 yards, I believe it was, still averaging over 5 yards a carry. Murphy, when he finally got a chance to play in the second half, he looked really good at 4 rushes or 5 rushes for over 40 yards. These are really good. Obviously, our run offense is doing really well. The 2 games we've won, in the 2 games we've won, we've averaged 40 rush attempts per game, a little over 40 rush attempts per game. And then in the games we've lost, we've barely got to 25 in a lot of them. So there's obviously a difference there, and we need to be able to run the ball a bunch in the games coming up if we think we have a chance to win. So that's one of the things I think we need to do. Obviously, also run the ball will change a lot as far as time of possession. We'll get into that in a little bit as well. Going to the defensive side of the ball, so far this season, the Buffalo Bills defense is ranked 11th. We were ranked in the top 10 until last week. Last week we didn't get any sacks on Andrew Luck. We didn't get any real pressure on Andrew Luck at all. So that needs to change if we think we have a chance to win this game against the Patriots. We all know how Tom Brady does with pressure in his face, and we need to get that going early in this game. The good news about this game is and I say good news, Tom Brady is not like other quarterbacks we've played so far this season. I know how good he can pass the ball. We all do. I mean, we've seen it 2 times a year for the past 18, 19 years, how well he can pass the ball and how well he could do beating us time after time after time. Tom Brady's record against the Bills is well documented, and it leans heavily in Tom Brady's favor, leans heavily in Bill Belichick's favor. We need to be able to put a stop to that this time. I mean, if we want to be able to say we have a claim in this division, we have to be able to beat the best. And right now the Patriots are the best. So total defense, Buffalo's ranked 11th, only giving up 320.9 yards per game, and only allowing 25 points per game. So actually 25 points per game is like middle of the pack in the NFL. It's those yards that were inside the top 10, actually inside the top 5 in the NFL. So we need to keep looking at that. We have 12 turnovers so far this season. If you've been following me, you know how much it aggravates me that we've actually stripped the ball 21 times. 21 strips so far this season. We've only been able to recover 7 of those. So that needs to change. If you strip the ball out, you need to be able to recover it at a better consistency than 1/3 of the time. So we want to see that improve. We want, McDermott does a great job, and so does Leslie Frazier, of getting these defenders the ability to strip the ball. That's not by accident that we're stripping the ball. It's by design. No one's even close to us in strips so far this season. It's those recoveries we need to start getting so that way we can jump on the ball, give our team a chance to score, give our offenses some short fields, and that will just improve our chances to win. And then we have 19 sacks so far this year. Again, we talked about sacks. We need to be able to get to Tom Brady. We need the defensive line we saw 2 weeks ago against Houston. Kyle Williams with 2.5 sacks. You got Jerry Hughes with a sack and a half. You got Trent Murphy with a sack. This is what we need to see this Monday. We cannot have what we had this past Sunday against Andrew Luck. We cannot have no sacks against Tom Brady and think that we have a chance to win this game. This New England Patriots offensive line is the top 10 in the NFL. We need to be able to take one top 10 defensive lines and get pressure on Tom Brady. So going over to the Patriots side of the ball, New England's defense is currently ranked 27th in the league. So that's not really all that good. I knew I'd be late, guys. The game's getting ready to start already, and we still have a lot to do here. But 27th in the league, allowing over 389 yards a game, almost 390 yards a game, 25.5 points per game. So again, middle pack, just like the Bills are. And then now they have 14 turnovers. That's including 10 interceptions. So obviously, Derek Anderson's going to have to be a little more careful with the ball in this game. But a way for that to happen is to not put him down so early. Some of those turnovers could have been prevented if we were still in the game when those turnovers happened. Maybe not try to force the ball so much. And they also had 9 sacks. Like I said, about a sack a game. So we can hopefully get some protection for Derek Anderson, give him some time in the pocket to make these decisions, to make these throws. With another week under his belt of practice with the ones, let's see if this improves it. My only concern is with McCoy, with the injury report. Let's get into that a little bit. McCoy is still questionable to play this Monday. Today, actually Thursday, was his first day back to practice after he was put into concussion protocol this past Sunday. There are 5 steps to getting back from concussion protocol. Currently, LaShawn McCoy is on 4, which is a good sign for him to start this Monday. But also, you have to remember, this is a whole week where him and Derek Anderson have not been able to work together to get some kinks worked out in their offense. So you kind of want to see McCoy and Derek Anderson able to work together, but at the same time, it's good to have your best offensive weapon back. So we'll see if that benefits us in the long run, or if they just are not on the same page. But then you look at the Bills injury report. Not only do I have McCoy in concussion protocol, you're talking about Josh Allen, obviously with the elbow issue. He'll still be out of this game. You have Tawan Jones, Trent Murphy, and LaShawn McCoy were all limited today in practice. And then you have Lorenzo Alexander and Kyle Williams, who did not practice today, however, was just a rest day. So they were just resting. They're getting their veteran rest, and that's happened every week so far this season. There was a day where those guys got their rest. Won't be surprised if we even see Charles Clay or someone get rest tomorrow as well. Going over to the Patriots side of the ball, again, they have some big names too. Rob Gronkowski, today was his first practice back after he missed last week's game. Still a possibility he will not be ready for Monday's game against the Buffalo Bills. Marcus Cannon, he's in concussion protocol as well, offensive tackle for the Patriots, so he might not be available. He was limited in practice today, so he's basically at the same point where LaShawn McCoy is. They're on step 4 of the 5 steps. So as long as they're limited in practice today with an ankle issue, so he's questionable for Monday's game. 2 guys who have not practiced or been in Patriots practice so far this week. You have Sony Michel, who will probably be out with that knee issue that he suffered last week, and Eric Rowe, cornerback's having a nagging groin injury. He might not be playing this Monday either. So those are 2 guys that we're looking to possibly be out against the Buffalo Bills. What does this mean for the Patriots run attack? We're not sure. I was very impressed with the Bills run defense until last week when we got slashed for over 200 rushing yards against the Colts. Look to see us improve that against the Patriots this week. So those are the injuries. I want to let everyone know the last time, as I said, the last time the Buffalo Bills were on Monday night or hosted Monday Night Football was November 17th of 08. We lost to the Browns 29-27. Some of you might be asking, when was the last time the Bills won a Monday Night Football game? Again, we've actually lost 5 or 6 in a row now, maybe even 7 in a row. The last time the Bills won a playoff game wasn't even in this, or a Monday Night Football game was not even in this decade. The last time we won a Monday Night Football game was October 4th, 1999 against the Dolphins. We won that game 23-18. So that was the last time we won a Monday Night Football game. Would love to see that streak of losing on Monday night come to an end this week. I would love to see that, guys. I'm sure you would too. Keys to victory. Right now I'm looking at 3 keys to victory, okay? For the Bills to win this game, we need to run the ball. I shared the stat earlier. In the 2 wins we had, we ran the ball over 40 times. And in all the losses, we've barely got to 25, if we even got to 25. So we need to run the ball. Not only for that statistic, also it helps control time of possession. Helps keep Tom Brady and that offense off the field. And that's what you need to do in order to beat the New England Patriots. Okay? The second key to victory, pressure Tom Brady. We all know what Tom Brady can do with time in the pocket. Doesn't matter who his weapons are. He's beaten us with every single wide receiver there is. He's beaten us with the star wide receiver Randy Moss. He's beaten us with Deion Branch. He's beaten us with Edelman. He's beaten us with Amendola. He's beaten us with our own guy in Chris Hogan. Like, these are the guys that Tom Brady can beat you with. So if we give him time in the pocket, he's going to beat you. So we need to get pressure on Tom Brady. Again, we need to see that defensive line that we saw 2 weeks ago against Houston and not the one we saw this past week against the Colts. And then also what I was going to say about Tom Brady and why it's good, or at least different, that we're playing a quarterback like him instead of some that we have been playing. No mobility, or very limited mobility out of the pocket. We all know Tom Brady likes to stay in the pocket, or he likes to move the pocket with him. Maybe go to the right or left a little bit here or there. But he's not the greatest at throwing the ball while on the run either. So he has to stop, set his feet, and throw it. So if we can get pressure on him, we can kind of pin our ears back and just go straight for him, because we know it's very unlikely that he is going to try a scramble outside the pocket. And then a third key to victory would be that special teams. New England last week against the Bears scored 2 special teams touchdowns. That's not, if the Bills want to win this game, that can't happen. And we all know the Bills special teams has been pretty poor so far this season. Everyone talks about our offense being poor, talking about firing Brian Daboll. Well, let's look at our special teams. Let's look at our special teams coordinator and say, hey, you need to step it up. You need to clean this up. Last week we had a illegal formation on special teams, which led then to a personal foul, which led to a kickoff from the 40-yard line or whatever it was. We cannot let that happen. We just can't let that happen. So the Buffalo Bills need to do better on special teams. You need to pressure Tom Brady, and you need to run the ball. Those are my 3 keys to victory. Do we have a chance to win this game? Yes. I'm telling you, there is a chance that the Buffalo Bills can beat the Patriots this Monday night. What do I think will happen? You'll have to join me Monday night. I will get on here about half an hour before kickoff, give you my prediction, give you if I think we'll beat the over/under as well, let you know if I think we'll cover the spread. Those are kind of things I like to do. Let you know who on fantasy is going to be good in this Patriots game. Obviously, maybe some more Patriots players than Bills players at this point. But if you have a fantasy team, we will go over fantasy players that might be good, that might be impactful. Maybe we'll go over some news on Sunday. And again, remember, guys, trade deadline just a week away. McCoy's name is still being listed as one of the top names on the trading block. I still think it's white noise, which means I don't think there's going to be a trade. But I have been wrong before. And, whatever we can get from McCoy, maybe it's time to let him go be on a competitive team, a team that has a chance to win maybe some playoff games, maybe even get a chance to go to the Super Bowl. But we'll see what happens there. Thank you for joining me on Believers Talk again. My name is Joe. Second half of this game just started. The Texans already scored a touchdown to go up 21-10. Again, anytime you watch the Dolphins lose as a Bills fan, you're happy to see it. Kind of like watching the Patriots lose or watching the Jets lose. Always good to watch our division teams lose. Give us a chance to maybe help help ourselves a little bit this week. Again, we haven't played a division team yet, guys. The season's far from over. I know 2-5 doesn't look good, doesn't sound good, but we have a lot of information we need to gather between now and the end of the season, whether it be Josh Allen, whether it be some of these wide receivers, whether it be someone on this offensive line, whether it be some of these free agents that will be coming up this season. Again, a lot of cap space. We can either re-sign or we can say, hey, we could do better here, we could do better there. A lot of things to discover by ourselves this season. Again, that trade deadline's a week away. Let's see if we make some moves. I'm not hearing much, but at the same time, we all know what Bean and McDermott have done in the past with trades at the last second or trades that we didn't think were possible happening. So who knows what we're going to see in the next week as far as the trade deadline. But I can guarantee you, if trades go down, we will have you covered right here on Believers Talk. Again, we go live every Sunday for play-by-play and analysis. We go live every day after the game, so we can give a post-game wrap-up. And every Thursday during Thursday Night Football, we go live at halftime to preview the game coming up. And we'll also go live throughout the week with any news, whether it be trades, injuries, other transactions, anything that we feel like we need to keep you posted on, we'll be live. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and just and we'll keep you up to date on Buffalo Bills news. So again, my name is Joe. Thanks for joining me on Believers Talk. If you would like to leave a comment, just leave a comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks again. Until next time, go Bills.